All right, so hello everyone, and welcome to this week's Red Zone. This week I will be demonstrating a few changes and new features with MyCap. These changes are going to cover the start of this year, so from January on to our current date. A lot of new features, a lot of more for the administrators when you're building projects. And then the second half of my presentation will be covering an external module called Time Enhancement, which essentially improves how data or date and time fields behave in RedCap. Figured I'd go with first MyCap so you can see the default feature with date and time, and then we'll transition over to the external module. All right, so with that, we'll get started. So the first new feature when it comes to MyCap is the capability to be able to export any messages. In order to do that, if your project has been enabled, for anyone that's interested about MyCap, we do have two videos that cover the configuration of MyCap and how it works, which can be found on our YouTube page. So we already have a project that's been set up. In order to see these features, you go to the MyCap participant management. From there, we're going to go to our messages section. And you're going to see this section now that you can able to download the CS files for messages from your participant. And it also covers any announcements you have with your participants. So you would simply click on this icon, it would download it. I've already downloaded one here for you guys to kind of view, but it gives you essentially a log. Whole purpose of this, it just makes it easier, I think, to review any communication history or if it's exported for any auditing purposes. This lets you know date and time, who did it come from, to who did it go to, what was included in your message, if it has been addressed, meaning has it been replied to, especially messages, it gives you an action if it's needed, and then who specifically in your project has it been addressed. One of the features I know I've covered in the past has been that MyCap also sends you an email once you've enabled it to the any RedCap administrators if you get messages. So it's kind of neat that it kind of gives you a whole log. So that is one of the first changes. The second is going to be now you can schedule messages. So that includes any announcements, messages that you want to send out. So I've already kind of set someone up I'd like to show you. So if we go to our outbox, again, staying in the MyCap participant management, we are in our messages. We look at our outbox here. This is going to give us any messages we have sent in the past. If you kind of pay attention here to these colors here, the green is indicated that it's already been sent out. This right here with a little time clock is letting us know that this will be sent out today at 2 p.m. We click on action, kind of pop up this. You can see what has been sent out. I've sent two out, and I'll kind of go to the announcements right after this. But this message that's going to be sent out today at or 2 o'clock is this is a reminder to fill out your journal. I've set it up for today. So again, this is kind of neat where you can set it up as a reminder when it comes to study reminder. If there's a visit notification, you want to send out a reminder. Especially if you want to set these up for Friday to remind participants for the following week, this can be very handy, such as survey reminders. As you can see here, this is an announcement, kind of show you that. And I think that can actually be beneficial as well if you have any major announcements you want to let your study team know. Staying in the same section, if we go to our announcements, we'll click on add a new announcement. So as we kind of covered in the past, but you can have the option now to send immediately, or you can send this announcement an exact date and time. So you'll be kind of prompted with your standard calendar, also our time, which again, this is something kind of noteworthy to kind of just recall because we'll be going into a different setup here in a little bit. You can set up the date and time you want to send the specific message. You would input the body of your message. You would hit save and send it. I do have one already that's kind of been pre-set up. So it's going to be sent out on May 1st at 9 a.m. We can kind of see it's just letting our participants know that our office is going to be closed on Monday, an observance of Memorial Day that will resume normal business hours come Tuesday. So this is something that can be beneficial, as I mentioned, where you can set that up. If you by accident set a message up that you might have incorrect information, you've set it up, you can always remove the announcements and it would get removed from pretty much your queue to send out. So again, this goes for any announcements, any messages that you want to send out to a participant. Again, you still have the capability to send immediately, so that's one of the neat features. The next one is going to be now you can actually use rich text editor when it comes to any messages. So as you saw earlier, we'll kind of go to our inbox here. When I was going to message someone, there was a capability to use the rich text editor. So this is something with either messages, when it comes to announcements, and also your app setting. And there's two new little features I'll show you in a bit that really comes beneficial. So with any messages, you can now use the rich text editor, so such as bolding, if you want to italicize, underline, bullet points, numerical numbers, you have that capability. Same thing with your announcements. As you recall, and you might have seen this, some of these were bold due to the fact that we are using rich text editor, but in our designer, there are going to be two new ones that we have: audio active tasks and selfie capture. So when it comes into those tasks, we go into the designer, we're going to go to MyCap settings. For these specific two active tasks, I think it does become beneficial to now have this descriptive text, especially when it comes to anything with audio or selfie. If you want to include any instructions such as step by step, you have the capability of using the rich text editor. If you wanted to use your source code and any HTML, as you can see, I am using a header 3, hence why the daily audio is a lot larger. The font, you're not able to do that, but you can do that through the HTML. But you can pretty much give step-by-step instructions, let them know, what to do, if they have to do this at a specific time. You can also, with rich text, you can include any links. So if you're including it to a YouTube page or a website, you can actually include that. It gives you that capability. Same thing here in our capture page instructions. This is where you would include your instructions for your participant, exactly you're looking for. As far as the selfie capture, same thing goes. As far as your rich text, nothing different, but it's just another section that you can actually use that. Again, that is with all messaging sections, such as sending messages, any announcements, or these activities. Looking at my notes here, the other area that actually this I think can enhance your project more, in our designer section, under MyCap options in app settings, that's where you have your about section where your participants first will load in from either their mobile app, if they're using an iPad, they have at the bottom of it, there's like a little icon, which is the information section. And this is where you can include information about what your study pertains to, what you're looking to accomplish. And again, you now have the capability of using the rich text where you can bold, if you wanted to italicize anything. So you're able to kind of customize that. And that also goes into what to expect in the demo and the demo schedule. So it's a neat way to kind of enhance your project, if you want to include anything specific. In the second to last new change for MyCap is going to be in our, going back to my MyCap participant management, we have in our message section, we have the capability to search for any messages, not necessarily any messages, but any text in message, such as, especially if you have a lengthy message within your participants, you have a large amount of participants, and you're searching for a particular something that has been sent out that you feel like has been occurred in the past, such as your screen continues to freeze up. We'll just type in the text and we'll apply the filter, and it's going to be able to locate any specific message that you've sent out with Frozen or even unable to log into your project. So it allows you to kind of look for those messages. You can still, by normal though, if you do have a large amount of participants, you can just pull up any specific participant that you're looking for and search there. But this is something new that they've added, that you can search in message with all of your messages for anything in particular. And in the last section that they've included, and again, staying in our MyCap participant management with our participants, they've now included a last access. So this is something I think that could help, I think, with study retention. This helps study team monitor any participant engagement or individuals who maybe need a reminder or follow up. It can also help you just to indicate it. Maybe they need to update their app, they haven't logged in sometime, so you can follow up. But it gives you a good last access to let you know the last time they logged in. From there, you can obviously send them a message. But again, sending a message to someone who hasn't logged in wouldn't really benefit. You could email them or call them, but it's a neat little way to kind of continue that communication with your participants. And that covers the changes with MyCap. Before I transition over to the external module, does anyone have any questions with MyCap?